Cheers to the weekend. I hope that you are having an incredible Saturday. I know that lots of you are doing fun things with your family this weekend for Christmas. Maybe you're just, exploring and spending some quality time together. But I am so happy to be on here with you today, taking a nap time hustle to record this video for you guys. And I'm really excited about the topic for today and really think it's going to help you guys as you prepare for the new year. So I wanted to take some time today and just hop on here and kind of walk you through something really special that I have created specifically for this community. So let me preface it by saying that last year around this time, God just really started to work in my heart of like, what does it look like to reflect and plan and kind of going to the new year with really set focused goals. And it's funny because I just believe that's been up-leveled as this year has gone on. And so earlier this year, or a few months ago, I was reading the book, Lead Like Jesus. And so during my time of reading that, God just was working. He was revealing some things to me about vision and about having a clear vision of where I was going in the future and with my business, but also with, my family and my physical body and all of these different aspects of my life. And so through that, and in the book EntreLeadership by Dave Ramsey, and then honestly just a host of other things that I kind of went through with pursuing rest around the fall season, and even just earlier this year, God brought about a really special prompting on my heart for a project that I decided to kind of work on for my team. And so essentially what it was I put together this amazing kind of planning guide, I guess is the best way to describe it, for my team, just to reflect on the past year and how good God's been in 2018, but to also just look forward to this new year and what God is going to do. And so what I did was I edited a little bit and I rolled it out to them earlier this week. And then I edited a little bit to make it really specific for you girls, and not so much about business, but more about overall health, wellness, well-being, just every aspect of your life. So first things first, I am going to share this document with you guys. And I entitled this Preparing Your Heart for 2019. I'm going to grab my monitor here just to make sure. So I entitled this Preparing Your Heart for 2019. And the reason I called it that is because part of planning and setting goals is also reflecting and celebrating. And so I'm just going to quickly walk you guys through this today. I could honestly spend 30 minutes walking through it, but I want to be respectful of your time as it is a holiday weekend, and I know some of you guys are traveling and doing things with family, but I wanted to roll this out just because we all know that Christmas is going to hit. We're going to have 6 days between Christmas and the new year, and I want you to have the time to print this out, dive into it. Find time in your week next week and literally set aside time and say, I'm going to get up at 5 that day, or I'm going to take that nap time to reflect, or I'm going to stay up a little later that night because I really want to prepare my heart for this new year. So I want to walk you guys through it really quickly and just kind of talk through some of the aspects. So the first thing that you're going to do in this is you are going to reflect and celebrate. And so let me preface it by saying I didn't mention this off the top, and I should have. But this document really for you guys is really meant to be whatever God calls you to have it be. So for some of you guys, this may be an intentional planning time. For some of you guys, this may just be really about setting really firm, good structure and rhythms into your day for 2019. I've shared with you guys before, I believe having a rhythm in your life really does and a routine to some aspect really helps you be productive. It helps you be more successful. And so this is going to help you really look back on the year that has just passed us and then start to think about next year as well. So I'm not going to ask you guys, hey, share with me your goals, share with me what you took out of it, share with me this or that. I really want for you to dive into this yourself and let it be what it needs to be in your life. And I think that's walking with the Lord in it and through it and asking Him for the wisdom to see things that maybe He has you and prepared you for next year. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to reflect and you're going to celebrate. And so we're going to take time to just really celebrate God's goodness. I'm having to move here, guys. I'm sorry. I did not realize my computer was not plugged in. So having to make a little move here. But you're going to first reflect and celebrate just really like what God has done this year. I think that it is easy to forget just his goodness, and maybe even, hard times came for you, but really taking the time to reflect on those hard times and how did God use them to make you better. So the first page here, you're going to see there's a few questions that you're going to print this off. You're going to kind of work through these. So if there was one word to describe 2018, what would it be? What were the highlights of this past year? In what area did you grow the most? Did you become a better version of yourself this year? Did you surround yourself with people that make you better? Guys, this is so important. Who inspired growth in you? Continue to study them. Success leaves clues. What is one area or areas you realize you need to ask for help or outsource? Maybe it's that you're working still full-time and your husband works full-time and you've got kids, and if it fits in your budget, maybe you need to hire a house cleaner for $50 every 2 weeks just to kind of help you manage some of that stress. Little things like that, guys. What is one area you realize you need to develop in? And then what is one area that doesn't align with your best life vision? Where can you get rid of some things? So I really want you guys to just reflect, just really think about like this year and what happened and where you're at, because you can't go into a new year if you don't close out this year first. And so it's really taking the time to do that. So to do this, you can go on a walk, you can go on a hike, you can look through photos from the past year, you can look over your calendar from this year, you can talk about this year and close it out and talk about it with your friends and your family and your spouse and the people closest to you. Celebrate it, guys. Picture 2019 and then take action. All right, so then after that, you're going to set intentions for 2019. Dave Ramsey says, some people dream and stop there, and they never do anything about making their dreams come true. Visions are dreams with more clarity. Dreams become a reality only when you pull them gently from the clouds and convert them into visions. The most pathetic person in the world is someone who has sight, but no vision. And Proverbs 29:18 says, where there is no vision, the people perish. Perish, guys. Perish means death. So where there is no vision, our dreams and things that we pictured for our family literally die. Like they die. Your businesses die. Certain things you thought were going to happen die, because where there is no vision, the people perish. Where there is no vision, your marriage will fail. Your family will fail or be dysfunctional, excuse me. You will stumble in your spiritual walk. You will get fat and flabby and your money will disappear. Now, the fat and flabby part is a little bit harsh from Dave Ramsey here, but you guys get the picture, right? Like if we don't have vision in our marriages or in life in general, if we don't have a direction that we're shooting for, then we have no standard. And obviously our standard is Jesus, right? But we need those things that kind of motivate us along the way. So what is a personal mission statement or a personal vision statement, whatever you want to call it? So basically a personal mission statement is a further clarification and definition of your dreams and your visions and assures you that your goals are aimed to the right target. So without a good mission statement or a good vision statement, you have the potential to get to the top of the ladder only to find it leaning against the wrong building. Dan Miller says a mission statement should reflect your calling and include, number one, you and your skills and abilities. This is the what, like what do you do? Number two, your personal traits. This is the how, right? So how do you and your team execute things? Or how do you and your family execute things? Or what is your personality? How do you guys want to do things? Number three, your values, your dreams, your passions. This is that why behind what you do. Goals are visions and dreams with work clothes on. Goals convert into energy, and goals help make great women. Goals that work have 5 main components. And I'm just going to quickly touch on those today. Goals must be specific, measurable. They must have a time limit. They must be your goal, not your husband's, not your mom's, your goal. And goals must be in writing. So they have to be specific, guys. Like, you cannot be vague with these things. You cannot say, hey, my goal for 2019 is to lose weight. No, you need to have a specific goal. So here's some examples. I want to lose 30 pounds. I want to have a waist that is 4 inches smaller. I want to make $100,000 per year. I want a college degree in blank. I want to have dinner with 6 people. Those are specific, measurable goals that then you can go back and measure, right? So that brings me to the second thing. Goals must be measurable. Once you land on your specific goal, you can make a plan for tracking those goals. So they have to be specific, but then from there, you can make them measurable, right? Like, maybe you're a person who, like, you're visual and you need to hang something on your refrigerator, or maybe you're somebody who wants to put it on your whiteboard in your office. Measurable progress is called traction. And when you can watch movement towards your goal, that will help keep you motivated. Number 3, goals must have a time limit. You have to put a time limit on when you're going to hit that by. Goals without a time limit are unable to be broken down into micro goals to measure your progress. So goals must have a deadline, guys. Example, I want to lose 10 pounds. Okay, by when? I want to lose 10 pounds by May. Okay, that's awesome. So how many months until May? January, February, March, April, May. 5 months. So guess what? That means you need to lose an average of 2 pounds a month to lose 10 pounds by May. So because you set a specific time limit, you were able to break it down into a micro goal, right? Like 2 pounds a month. Number 4, goals must be your goals. My husband wants me to do this for my business. My mom wants me to get fit and healthy. Those are not goals that you set for yourself. And if you don't own your goal, it doesn't come from your dream. You won't have the toughness to push through when the going gets tough. And the going is going to get tough, right? Like, you're going to hit roadblocks. Things are going to come. You're going to want to throw in the towel. But if you have this passion inside of you that really, really wants it, you'll be able to push through. But if it's your mom's goal or your dad's goal or your sister's goal, like, that's not going to be enough for you because you're really not truly passionate about it. And so you need to make sure that it's a goal that you have for yourself. Number 5, goals must be in writing. For some reason, this is the number one thing that people don't do. They don't write their goals down. They just say, I kind of know what they are. It sounds good to put your goals in writing, but most people just don't do it. But if you talk to the people who you probably admire, the top people who are hitting their goals and being successful, they write their goals down because that's how they track them. That's how they know what they want to hold their standard to. W. Clement Stone says, I think there's something more important than believing, and it's called action, guys. The world is full of dreamers. The world is full of dreamers. There isn't enough who will actually move ahead and begin to take concrete steps to actualizing their visions. So let's be women who don't just sit back and be lazy, but take action. Dave Ramsey said, having a dream that moves to a vision, then to a mission statement, and then is broken down into goals is essential to winning personally, but is also crucial in business. So guys, I made this little kind of like circle here for you to really brainstorm, like, what are some goals that you might have physically, spiritually, family, financial? Like, go ahead and start to write those down in this graph. That's why you're going to print it off, so that way you can really write down what are those things. And then from here, you're going to start to really walk through them. So spiritual. First, you're going to take time to list 3 things that you are grateful that God did that year. So in your spiritual life, what 3 things am I grateful for in my walk with Jesus this year? Write those out. And then you're going to make a list of things that maybe you feel led to commit to this next year. Obviously, we all probably going to make a list of 20 things, but we can only really commit to 3 of those. So just go ahead and highlight the 3 that you're actually going to commit to. Make sure you're really praying through this, that it's spirit-led, and it's not something that you're just doing for yourself. All right, so you're going to do that for spiritual, physical, family, and financial. And then you're going to work on your personal mission statement here, your daily routine, because this is where the magic really starts to happen, and then your 2019 vision board. So that's it, ladies. I hope this was helpful today. I cannot wait to see just what God does this year. Please comment below if you have any questions. Remember that I'm here to help you. That's what I'm for. So have an amazing day.